Hey guys, this is Dr. Dave Harper from M.O.S.A.I.C, and I have something special to share with you. Are you aware that when astronauts go up into space that their bodies age too quickly, and that being weightless without gravity decreases bone density and decreases muscle mass and decreases aerobic capacity? Are you aware that sitting in a chair for too many hours in a day actually mimics a percentage of that weightlessness in space, that aging process? Well, if you're not aware, then you now are. And that's really important. And it's really important because a computer-driven world where most of us spend our time sitting is a world that is now being called the new smoking. Because we sit in a chair, we now have terms like sedentary death syndrome and sitting disease. And the sitting position, is that position that's linked to everything from cancer to heart disease to diabetes to changes in blood sugar, epigenetic shifts in the pancreas, blood clots, cancer. All of these conditions are related to being sedentary. So what's the solution? What can I give you as a tip, as a person that would be found sitting in a chair, at a desk, at a computer, or at a telephone for most of their day? You've got to get up and move. And it's not just getting up and standing up, it's even jumping up and down. It's changing gravitational stress. It's changing gravitational position. Yes, stretching is important, but you've got to do things that change the way that gravity acts on your body, and you've got to do it every day. So here's my number one tip. You've got to get up to stretch. And that stretching can include things that are more for hip flexors, just to undo the process of what it means to be sitting in a position. But even more importantly, have some fun and just jump up and down. Change gravity. Go back and forth, do some jumping jacks, and then sit back down. Get up on a regular basis. If you have to be on the phone, grab a drink of water, have a bathroom break. Get up about every 20 minutes, change your position, jump up and down, do something crazy in the air, have some fun, make it fun, but do something that changes the way in which gravity impacts your body, and it will save your life. So guys, this is now part 2 of the exercises that can be done that we are dealing with as you as an alphapreneur. So here's what I'm going to suggest. In the previous section, we talked about the head forward posture and things, so I'm going to suggest these types of things to do on a regular basis. The first one is called neck wipes. And neck wipes are simply taking the palm surface, the finger surface of the hand, and then following up along the neck towards the back of the head and rotating away to the same side that you're moving it. So you're going to pull a little bit, stretch on the skin, lightly, not overly pushing on it, but you're going to bring that up like that for 5 or 6 times, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. And what this is going to do, and I thank Brendan Fox for this, he's a great friend of mine and a fantastic trainer, great guy, and he taught me this. This just helps to bring everything back from the head, because that head forward position is really a challenge. Then we're going to move down into the forearms and the hands and the fingers. This is really quite simple to do. And it's easiest for me to demonstrate just like this, where you bring your hands, you pull the fingers back as far back as you can, and you can see my elbow is attempting to be as straight as possible. And the fingers are pointed out in a way, and I'm going to really pull back, and you can actually spread the fingers if you want to really increase the amount of stretch. Very powerful for dealing with what we typically might call carpal tunnel or tennis elbow or golfer's elbow, which, by the way, predominantly are neck problems. Think of the brain of yours as the root of the tree, the neck is the trunk on the tree, the lower body here is the trunk on the tree, then you've got the branch, the twigs, and the fruit on the tree. And so the quality of the fruit is based upon how the root gets up to the fruit through the trunk, the branches, and then the twigs. Make sense? Pretty cool analogy. I hope that's helpful for you to see this. And then the next one is to put the hand down. And the idea here is to rotate that elbow so you get the flat, fleshy part of the arm where it bends, pointed directly up to the ceiling. And guys, this is really critical to help maintain good forearm flexibility and good hand power and strength. The next one, the last one we're going to talk about, really great to open up the chest area, to increase the possibility of aeration of the lungs, to increase the total lung volume, because you need oxygen to survive. Your brain needs oxygen to survive. And when you're slouched over top of that computer and your head's forward and you're peering at your laptop, which is a small little screen, or you're looking at your phone and you're all crouched up, you can't breathe. It's really hard to breathe. But if you open up and you bring your shoulders back, now you can get a nice big breath. And so what we're going to do is, behind our back, we're going to interlock our fingers and we're going to put the palms of the hands together. And as they go behind my back and my fingers are interlocked and my palms of my hands are together, I'm going to drive the hands down the back part of my backside, you know, right in where my bum crack is, if I want to say that. Is that illegal to say, guys? So I'm going to drive that right down as my shoulders come back and down as I tuck my chin in, and I just open it up and get a nice, fantastic stretch in this part of the body through here. This really just helps to open things up. This is the power posture. This is a weak posture. This is a power posture. So do you want to be in power or do you want to be in weakness? This is weakness. This is in power. And so this just helps you reorientate and ground to what it means to have a nice, erect, straight back, shoulders back, arms back, center of gravity over top of hips, because we've spent so much time sitting like this. Remember, we talked about getting up and jumping up and down. That's critical. Don't forget that. But these little different stretches are just fantastic to help you maintain your power and focus and to help you matter for a lifetime. Take care.